right here at KJTX 104.5 FM, just a little earlier than I usually be. And I'll still be here at 7, trust me, if the Lord say so. But right now in the studio, we got a special guest with us, and we want to get him on the air while he has, graciously given up his time to be here with us. His name is DeCarlton Wooten, Wooten, and we're going to let him tell him a little bit about himself, and we'll go from there with a quick interview.
Hey, this is Carlton Wooten, Martha from East Texas. Attended some local colleges and schools here in the area. I'm an author in African American fiction.
Amen. And we're going to have a full interview with him later on in the month, but we just had him in the studio, and when we was doing the interview, somebody came with a brilliant idea to put him on the air live, and it wasn't me, and I'm not that brilliant, but but I'm glad he's in the studio with us, and we're going to talk to him just a little bit because he has something special he want to give away to you if you call in and have the right answer to the question. But more importantly, right now, we're going to talk about a book that he was telling me earlier is almost complete, called The Last Magnolia. Tell us what that is about.
It's a book set in the Great Depression. It's an African American family, and their trials and tribulations through the Great Depression. And I'll give up a little bit of my story. Some people are going to meet with tragedy, and some people are going to be triumphant. And it's if you want to think about it in terms, you can think about it as a modern day story of Job. You really can. You
Wow.
really can, but it's more it's realistic. It's more realistic than like what we had Job and how much callous. It's more like the essence of the Job story.
Amen.
And it's surrounding these characters.
And his family goes through the Great Depression, and they, like you said, just dealing with basic life issues during that time. And as we was talking earlier, you talked about the research that you was doing at that time, and just to find out that information, I know was really amazing to you about, when, I know it took you. Tell us about it.
Oh, it took some years. I mean, really, when you research, I researched, like I said, on the other side, I researched hairstyles, food, clothing, automobiles, just everything. Prices of food. I think I have some lists somewhere. I think what do you say, eggs, 10 cents.
Wow,
I had a lot of right. I had a lot of information. I did a lot of research on it. I really put a lot into it.
Amen. And also, he is the author just as well of another book called Back to the River, which is a collection of short stories and plays. And we talked about the one play that you named after a blues song. And this book is also available on his website, www.DeCarltonWooten.com, DeCarltonWooten.com. And you go to his webpage, and like I said, it's very beautiful. It got pictures that it almost seemed like putting you in that time and day to see the scenery, one of the old house that I have here, of the tree, and on that you can find out all sorts of information, all kind of a little bit of biography about him, contacts, the books, the reviews, and the photo gallery. And you say you're even expanding on it, even as, we doing this interview, well, not doing the interview, but on this day and continuing on. And it's just going to be really amazing things. And also his first book called The Sadie Rose. And tell people about that book.
Sadie Rose, I was on here before, I think 2003 or 2004. I was fortunate enough to be on the show then. Sadie Rose is a story of a young girl set in the early 1900s, and her and her family had it pretty hard, and she goes to work for a mysterious family, a rich family, and she discovers some very dark secrets in that family. And she befriends the young daughter, and together, they have to make some hard life choices.
Mm-hmm.
The two of them.
That's kind of sound like The Help, that movie they was just out with Viola Davis and anyway, almost sound like that. That's very interesting, and the secrets that must have came out, and
oh yeah, scandalous.
Scandalous,
yeah.
Yeah. So if you like scandalous books, this might be one of the books you need to look at. Sadie's Road. Once again, Back to the Rivers, collection of short stories and plays, and you know, if you know, maybe you call, he might let you use it to, you know, to entertain, and you never know. Once again, all of this is on his website, www.decarltonwooten.com, DeCarltonWooten.com. Go to the different areas, the home, the bio, the books, contact. All of that is available if you want to just have this young man come to your, you know, whatever your function is, and just kind of explain himself. And he's also here as well to, we got a couple of, well, go ahead and tell us what we about to.
Today we have a couple of Amazon Kindles as the readers that we want to give away today, and we want to have some callers come in and answer. This is Black History Month, so we're going to have somebody call in. We're going to ask a couple of questions, and the caller with the right answer wins a free Kindle from Amazon. It's a little ebook reader.
Amen. So for you out there who got a son or daughter, or even yourself, if you want to read, and you know, it's like I said, it's awesome. I wish I could keep it myself, but okay, we got a caller right here. What's your question? And
oh, the question.
yeah, they gotta have.
Yeah, I gotta have a question.
You gotta have a question.
Let's see. Okay, why don't we go with this one? The first name of the former slave who escaped to freedom in a box. What was his first name?
Hello? Hello? Oh, okay then. Okay, let me get all this together here. I almost forgot about the phone lines. Once again, the question is, go ahead and give us that question one more time.
What is the first name of the former slave who escaped to freedom in a box? What was his first name?
Amen. Just give us a call right now, 903-759-1243. 903-759-1243. If you know the answer to that question, we're taking the first correct answer, and also 1-800-354-1045. You can give me a call there. You got the right answer to the question, 1-800-354-1045. And while we wait on that caller, DeCarlton, you said back in when you was doing your research about everything from styles and trends of those days, and the music, I guess, is more what I'm interested in, because, you know, it wasn't the variety that we have today. It was more gospel and blues, pretty much was it. And I guess it was just kind of the times and the things that they was feeling. And how did you, how did you go about researching that? That was kind of...
Oh, well, you have a lot of CDs. I have a lot of wonderful music I didn't have a long time ago. I didn't, as my mother would say, you know, you don't know what you're missing. You know, I came across some wonderful music from the time. You know, jazz and you know, the flapper music, where they had these all-night dance. They had dance offs. You know, these people would literally go and that was part of the economy being as worse as it was. They would throw a dance, and these people would literally dance until the last couple standing. And sometimes these things would go on for 2 or 3 days at a time.
Wow, that is amazing, and just to dance off.
Can you imagine? Yeah, literally. You dance till you passed out, and the last couple standing, you know, whatever the prize was. Let's see, what is it, $5? It was a lot of money back then. It was Great Depression.
Amen. Amen. Interesting tidbits from history, and I guess to read the other side of it, you know, they don't get our part of the history in it, but yet still, you know, we was there and we made it through, and it's good to know that authors like you are bringing that back, because, you know, we need to know, and you know, our history is important as well. And, you know, once again, we're waiting on the caller.